Oh, Jose De Castro? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. All right, Mr. De Castro, this is an obstructing or false info charge. It is case 24-006842. Obviously, I'm going to ask you, you understand your proceedings are being filmed?
Of course.
Okay.
They're here because I'm here.
Right, okay, and just so that the record's clear, you have no objection to that?
Of course not.
Okay.
I would like the transparency.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're open with a setup. Chili De Castro shows up in court filming, brags about suing officials, and the judge calmly reads the charges. The commentator notes the tension between free press claims and courtroom procedure, flags De Castro's combative posture, and previews the stakes. Misdemeanor charges that could carry jail time. This clip sets the tone. Performative defiance meets real legal consequences.
I
Oh, no,
appreciate
that's
it.
fine. I need to ask that. City, there's no other issues for you with respect to this being filmed? Okay. All right, Mr. De Castro, did you get a copy of the complaint?
I did. Only question I have is who's the prosecutor? What's the prosecutor's name?
Well, let me ask a couple questions, and then we'll get into what your questions are. Did you review and understand this?
I don't understand it. I don't understand how I can be charged with obstruction for filming a cop.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
So I'm asking a much more basic question. You do not have to agree with this. This is
Do I
simply
understand I'm in
how-
charge with the misdemeanor?
Yes.
I do understand I'm in charge
Okay,
with the
that's
misdemeanor.
literally it.
I have trial tomorrow for the exact same thing 1 year ago.
In this jurisdiction?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't want to get into any of that.
Sure.
Today, we're just here for purposes of this. It's a very procedural type of thing today for the arraignment. So you do understand what you got charged with. You do not have to agree with this. This is just an allegation. So you don't need me to read it to you. Is that
I don't.
Okay, very good. And are you planning on hiring an attorney to represent yourself?
I will have a standby attorney for this case
You will have a standby
Yes.
attorney? Okay.
because I think that I'm going to win this easy. It's on film and I wasn't obstructing anybody.
Okay, all right, Mr.
Is this the prosecutor, Matthew B.
Okay,
Walker?
let me do my part first, and then we can get into what it is. So, because I need to know, are you proceeding on your own? Do you want to have an attorney? Because I will give you time to talk to an attorney on your own if that's the route that you would like to go.
I will have a standby attorney for
Okay.
this case.
So typically, I would set this for a pre-trial to give you an opportunity to obtain discovery and for your attorney to find out whatever all is associated with this.
Sure.
So I can set that over for a pre-trial date to give you the opportunity to do that. Would you like to do that?
That'd be great.
Okay, and then what is it that you need to tell me without talking about the facts? Of
I just need to know if this is the prosecutor's name. Is that the person prosecuting, Matthew B. Walker?
That is a good question. I will tell you that the city attorney is Jeffrey Dorokat, and that's the person's name on the upper left-hand corner of the complaint. Matthew Walker is a deputy city attorney who actually prosecutes this case, depends on the office.
I'm going to sue him for malicious prosecution.
Okay.
I'm going to sue everybody involved. I'm going to sue the cops.
So,
I'm going to
Mr.
sue the
Castro.
county.
Buckle up, guys. In this segment, the arraignment unfolds. The court confirms the charge. The judge explains rights and potential penalties, and De Castro insists on a standby attorney while promising lawsuits against prosecutors. The third-person view. He repeatedly frames himself as a press figure and victim of overreach. The judge pushes for procedure and a pretrial date, keeping control while De Castro tries to turn the hearing into a platform.
I appreciate you have an opinion. Today's just the arraignment.
I got you.
Saying all these things,
you're
we're
just-
here
you're
for
just
your
kidding.
misdemeanor case,
Sure,
okay?
but there's a bigger issue. There's transparency in the courtroom, which is the best thing that could possibly happen.
That's
Now the
fine.
people get to hear that I'm going to sue Jeffrey and I'm going to sue Matthew and I'm going to sue every one of
So here's what
those
we're not going to
cops.
do, Mr. De Castro. This is not going to be a personal pulpit for your, philosophical difference or belief. You have the media here, and that's fine. This
Great.
is an open court.
It's
But
great.
I don't want you to start saying things too far extraneous for purposes of this misdemeanor charge, because
Well-
that's what. No, do not interrupt me, because that's what we're here for. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm recording everything, and you need to be aware that that's a two-sided thing. You're representing yourself, so I'm having this conversation with you. All these statements that you're saying can also potentially be used against you because you're getting recorded. So just so you understand. So here's what we're going to do. I'm
Does the-
assuming you're entering a not guilty plea.
Does the
correct?
misdemeanor carry jail time?
Possibly, yes.
Possible jail time. So you said a second ago that this is a misdemeanor case as though it's something minor, but I can be put in a dungeon and locked away.
Okay. No way.
So that's true.
Did I imply that this was minor?
Okay.
And by
Yeah, it's a big
saying
deal.
that it's a misdemeanor.
It's a big deal.
Okay.
Okay,
Mr.
thanks.
DeCastro, let's not get off on the wrong foot. I have my job to do, and I'm not trying to engage in a conversation that's adversarial with you today.
No, I'm not
I
trying to
would
either.
like-
I'm not trying. I like you a lot. I think you look like a real nice person.
Okay.
I got nothing against you
So we're
personally.
going to enter a not guilty plea
Thank
on
you.
your behalf
Thank
today.
you.
I'm going to reset this for a pretrial. I do need to understand, because you said you were going to have standby counsel, so are you going to represent yourself primarily, or do you want to have that conversation, come back with your attorney? Because there's certain procedural things I'll need to do to protect due process and your due process, if you want to go ahead and represent yourself.
Right. No, I'm going to have a standby attorney, and that has to do with a few different things. But I should probably consult with my attorney before I say anything, because it could be used against me later.
Absolutely, yeah, that's fine. And I would rather that you protect yourself, because we're recording, and that is where I'm coming from in the kind of conversations and comments that I'm making to you today. So you are obviously entitled to represent yourself, that is your right. But let's do this, let's get you a pretrial date, and that date, ordinary course for private attorney will be
May 1st at 1:30.
May 1st at 1:30?
I think I have.
Do you need a different day?
I may.
Buckle up, guys. Here the judge sets a pre-trial and warns against turning the hearing into a rant. DeCastro negotiates dates, touts civil suits, and the court emphasizes recorded statements can be used against him. From an outside perspective, his strategy is clear: publicity and litigation threats. But the court repeatedly reins him back to procedural realities and limits his opportunities to speak freely.
I may need a different date because I have a different thing in Indiana. I'm just not sure. Can I just look in my phone real
Of
quick
course.
at my calendar here? And Your Honor, I have absolutely nothing against you. I'm not in any way adversarial to you at all.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that, Mr.
I just,
DeCastro,
you know,
because we may be
yeah,
on this case
yeah,
for
I
a
have
while.
nothing against
Okay.
you. I don't know you. You seem like a nice person to me. I couldn't possibly hold anything against you personally. So I'm just looking for the date that I have in Indiana. I sue lots of cops all around the country. I help sue lots of cops around the country if they violate people's rights. So I have a case in Indiana that I'm just looking for the date. And that May 1st,
Yes, at 1:30.
can't talk, I'm in court. Judge is looking at me.
Is it easier if I give you a different date and then you look at that?
Well, I'm just not sure if it's May 1st or June 1st. I'm just gonna go there because I'm assisting with the financing of filing a federal civil rights lawsuit against these cops who arrested this man for filming cops. So I just wanna make sure that I'm there when that happens. You know, I mean, it's a lot of work, so. He's texting me back right now. I'll know the date in 1 second.
Okay,
I hate
I
to
see
waste
what
any,
you're saying.
I hate to waste any of these people's time
You're
at
not
all
wasting
whatsoever.
anyone's time.
I just want to make sure that, because then we have to reset it again. If it's possible for my attorney to be here and me not to be here.
Absolutely.
Well, then we can set it for any date that's most
Okay.
convenient for the court.
That's fine. You
Cool.
will need to inform your attorney of that date, and then
Okay.
I'm sure they will know to appear for you. If nobody's there on that day, that would be a problem.
That would be a bad thing.
Right, so you would need to be here if in fact this is not your attorney that you're gonna hire. Because then I need to figure out, do you need more time or?
No, I already have an attorney retained.
Okay, so we will keep the May 1st, 1:30 date for your standby attorney to appear for you. And you do not need to appear on that date as long as your lawyer is here.
What time is that at, ma'am?
1:30 in the afternoon, and you
Okay.
are in Department 1, May 1st.
Department 1 at 1:30.
Okay.
Good morning, Agnes Botello for the state.
Are you Mr. DeCastro? Can you turn off your phone, please? The one that's in your hand?
Just communicating with my lawyer. He's on his way here now.
Buckle up, guys. The second day begins and the courtroom tightens. Phones are collected. The judge forbids live streaming and DeCastro's tone sours. The clip shows escalating friction as the marshal enforces rules, and the judge warns about contempt. Observed excellently. His showmanship collides with courtroom order. Small theatrical provocations shift into tangible legal risk when the bench asserts authority.
I'm just waiting for him to get
All right, I'm gonna wait for your attorney, okay?
there. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right, Jose De Castro, 23 CR 013015.
Good morning, Your Honor. Agnes Botello is in case for the record. Good morning, State.
Good morning, Mike. Me on behalf of the defendant present with me this morning.
So I have signed 2 media requests that permit recording or photographing these proceedings, but I have not granted any other requests to record or live stream these proceedings. So I need Mr. De Castro and everybody else who wants to stay in the courtroom to surrender their phones, or you can leave.
Are your phone helping or not? Take one, or you can have it.
I need Mr. De Castro to empty all of his pockets.
What's that?
Yeah, empty your pockets and give up your phones to the judge.
Okay.
I have to give you my phones?
Yeah.
My phones have to be completely off?
Yep. I don't really want to be part of your YouTube channel. So,
You already are.
great,
You already are.
awesome.
I'm not gonna get into this guy though. I'll get into someone else. I'm
No,
not touching myself.
no, they're gonna go to my marshal.
He's a pig.
Excuse me?
I said he's a pig.
Okay. So I'm not gonna permit you to speak to anybody in my courtroom in that manner, and if you don't want to apologize, I'm gonna hold you in contempt.
I apologize to the court, Your Honor.
No, you can apologize to, they've done nothing to you.
Actually, Your Honor, when you were here, you came over and gave me a directive for no reason and started telling me what to do.
Okay,
I
well,
have all the respect and love for the court. I follow the rule of law all the time. I
no,
never-
it is their job to maintain the safety and security of the courtroom.
I agree with you, Your Honor.
So if you want to speak like that in my courtroom, I'm going to hold you in contempt. And if I hold you in contempt, you're going to jail. That is not my wish. Okay?
I wish you would.
All right. So I need you to empty your pockets too. Suit pocket, pants pocket.
This is illegal. This is a violation of my Fourth Amendment.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. I don't have any recording devices on me. What are you talking about?
How about your suit jacket?
I don't have anything on me. This is preposterous.
No, it's
This
not.
really is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Me, your phone too. Off.
They're recording everything.
They have a media request.
Right, and I'm not recording anything. Is it your guy here took my phone, so his phone's not on?
Right.
You have to take the lawyer's phone too?
No, I'm not going to take the lawyer's phone. He's an officer of the court.
Buckle up, guys. This part captures a formal trial start. Counsel announces witnesses. The judge denies last-minute standby counsel, and De Castro prepares to testify. From a third-person viewpoint, his refusal to follow courtroom norms and attempt to control the narrative set up a fraught testimony. The court prioritizes efficiency and pushes back against tactics that might delay or derail proceedings.
All right. Do we have everybody's phones? Are they off? All right. Good. All right. All right. This is the time set for the trial of State of Nevada versus Jose De Castro, 23 CR 013015. Is the state ready to proceed?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
How many witnesses do you have?
We anticipate one.
All right. Is the defense ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I have your request to convert counsel to standby counsel. I'm going to deny that request. Either you represent him or he should have previously requested a Feretta canvas to represent himself. That I just consider that a delay tactic, so that request is denied. Does the defense have any witnesses?
Your Honor, I call Jose De Castro.
Okay.
Raise your right hand to be sworn by the clerk. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please be seated.
Mr. De Castro, before you testify, I'm obligated to inform you that you have the right to testify in this proceeding, but you also have the right to remain silent, and should you choose to remain silent, I may not hold that against you in making my decision. Do you understand that?
I do.
Do you still wish to testify?
Yes, I do.
All right, please go ahead.
You have a YouTube channel.
Yes, I do.
Can you give some insight into what that channel was about?
Objection, relevance.
What's the relevance?
Your Honor, the relevance is that we're presenting a First Amendment defense, and the defendant is a member of the press. There's different standards for First Amendment rulings where there's public policy at issue. He can give insight into that.
I'm gonna allow it for a bit and see where it goes.
Yes, I do have I do have a YouTube channel, and the reason I have a YouTube channel is because of how many cops kill people every year, how many cops hurt, maim, torture, rape, and kill people every single year. It's such an epidemic that the rest of the world, I get thousands of emails saying, only in America does this happen. I started filming cops because when I was cheated in 2002.
Objection at this point, relevance,
Well, this is the reason I'm a member of the
this
press.
narrative.
So can you ask him a question?
Yes, Your Honor. What type of films do you make for your YouTube channel?
I only film police in their official capacity. I'm known across the country and across the world.
Buckle up, guys. DeCastro takes a stand and claims press privilege and a public service motive for filming police. The prosecution objects a tangential testimony, but the judge allows limited First Amendment context. As an observer, his testimony mixes personal mission statements with factual recounting. Defense strategy leans on press protections while court tests relevance and credibility step by step.
And why do you engage in that type of filming?
So I'm gonna ask you, Mr. Need to direct your questions about the incident in question.
The reason I was filming Mr. Gort that day,
Objection, Your Honor. Oh, sorry. There
So,
wasn't a question posed, so I'm not here what you said.
Mr. DeCastro, on the question, why did you approach that vehicle?
I was filming that cop because that's what I do for a living. I am a member of the press, and I invoked my right to be press. I always invoke my right to be press within the first 10 seconds of engaging with police, and I have thousands of videos that prove this.
so this is how you make money.
This is not how specifically I make money. I make money from selling legal documents to people.
Do you recall the officer telling you to back up?
Yes, I do.
And what did you do after he told you to back up?
I took a couple steps back. I just showed him that I was willing to back up a little bit. However, if I may, in Arizona, they created a 10-foot law.
Objection, relevance, we're not in Arizona, it's the state of Nevada.
So I'm gonna allow it because I think that goes to why he kept saying 10 feet in the video, even though I will take judicial notice that you're not in the state of Arizona, you're in the state of Nevada.
Well, a federal judge struck it down, Your Honor, and what...
Stop. Can you ask him a question?
Yes, Your Honor. Approximately how many feet did you back up?
I backed up a foot or two. I was at least 10 feet away from that car that the driver was pulled over in.
And when you spoke to the driver, what did you say?
Just after she was okay. The reason I film police is because they abuse people so often.
Do you recall the officer telling you not to speak with the driver?
Yes,
And did you make any statements to the driver after that command was given?
absolutely not.
Did the officer ever give you a specific distance to back up to?
No, he didn't.
If he did, would you have complied with that?
Sure.
Did you believe you were complying with the officer's commands?
100%. I also informed him I'm a member of the press and a constitutional law scholar, that this is what I do.
Do you recall the officer explaining to you why he decided to arrest you?
There's several parts to the reason why he said he was going to arrest me. He said he was going to arrest me because I wouldn't turn my head a certain direction. If I didn't turn and face the car with my head, that he would place me under arrest instead of just giving me a ticket.
Buckle up, guys. The witness exam continues. DeCastro and Sissy backed up, identified as press, and never intended to obstruct. The officer's account and video evidence loom in the background. From a third-person angle, his narrative attempts to convert a confrontational encounter into lawful journalism, but small admissions, not fully complying, provoking officers, undermine that defense and raise reasonable doubts about his conduct.
Do you recall him explaining why he decided to detain you before he arrested you?
He decided to obtain me because he said I was obstructing, which, from my understanding, is a physical act where I would have to get in the way. He said that the driver deserved privacy. I believe my First Amendment rights are not up for feelings.
Did he explain to you that the basis of your detention was related primarily to the issue of privacy or the issue of you backing up?
Well, I think from the officer's testimony, we can see that he's scared of the driver, scared of me, scared of everything. They teach them to be afraid of everything. So I had 2 cameras out. It's identified as a member of the press. I'm sorry, repeat the question. I want to get it specific for the record.
Sure. The question was, did the officer explain to you that the basis of your detention was because of you not backing up or because of the privacy issue of the driver?
It was both. He said that, he told me to back up. I backed up a little bit. Then he said, she deserves privacy. And then I told him to go get in your car, little doggy, and write your ticket. And at that point, his face turned bead red and his veins in his neck stuck out because we were over 20 feet away. And you had to holler to hear each other because the wind was probably 30 miles an hour.
Did you at any point attempt to hit any of the officers involved?
No, absolutely not.
Did you intentionally swat at any of the officers?
Absolutely not. He was giving me unlawful commands. I should not have been detained after identified as a member of the press. If he ever reached a hand out towards me, I wrestle and teach MMA and I have for 30 years. So it's just a natural reaction as I'm retreating from somebody. If I may have put my hand up, as he said, as he testified himself, I certainly am a law-abiding citizen. I don't break the law. So I would not have tried to assault an officer under any circumstances.
Is it possible that during the interaction there was inadvertent contact between you and the officer?
Sure, he decided to go hands-on with me when he was giving me unlawful commands. And there was absolutely no reason for it. I was willing to comply with anything he asked within reason because I don't want to have a fist fight with another man on the street.
Do you recall the officer ordering you to go to his patrol vehicle?
I do.
And what did you do in response to that?
Initially, I told him no, but then when he began to get
Buckle up, guys. Cross-examination and factual tightening. The court probes distance, commands given, and whether DeCastro obstructed. He frames the encounter as civil rights work. The judge and prosecutor emphasize safety and officer discretion, observing externally. The record shows a clash between advocacy practice and public safety norms. The court weighs whether his actions hindered an official investigation.
physical with me and start to grab me and touch me, I said, okay, I'll go over to your car. His car was 35 feet away. I then led him to his car. It's on video, you can see it. I walked right up to his car, and then he insisted still on grabbing me. After he saw me pull out an additional phone, which that's what press people do. We have lots of cameras on us.
And did you inform the officer that you were a member of the press?
Oh, several times. It's in the transcripts. I've transcribed them myself. Several times I told him I'm a member of the press.
And did you explain to the officer that you have a background in constitutional law?
Yes, I told him I'm a constitutional law scholar, which was a moniker given to me by other people who are also, they have their own channels, their own press, and that's what some other lawyers on another channel called me 3 years ago. And I since adapted the moniker.
And just to get some, I guess, further background, were you looking for police to report on this particular day?
No, the cops hide on the side of the road to pull people over. It's pretty regular in our country. I was just in the parking lot there. I saw that Mr. Bork had somebody pulled over. Concerned for her safety, I began to film.
And why do you think that law enforcement traffic stops are relevant to the public?
That's where most people get killed.
Objection relevance to
Stay.
that question. Move to strike.
Stay.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Stay.
I have no questions for this witness.
Thank you, sir. You may step down. All right, Mr. DeCastro, please stand. The problem with the argument that your attorney makes is it completely fails to consider the safety of the officer and the safety of the driver. The officer doesn't know who you are, and the driver doesn't know who you are. And you don't have any right to interfere with that officer doing his investigation and deciding if he wants to issue a ticket to this driver. And you also don't have any business approaching the driver. The driver didn't ask you for help. The driver didn't say, help, help, you know. You didn't see an altercation happening between the officer and this driver. The officer didn't protest that you were filming. There's no problem with filming. You can film, it's fine, all right? But you did interfere with his investigation. You did interfere with his ability to do his job. You did put him in a position where he is concerned for his safety and the safety of the driver. So I believe the state's met their burden beyond reasonable doubt. I'm going to find you guilty of obstructing a public officer and resisting a public officer. So I'd like to hear from the state and then your attorney prior to sentencing.
Your Honor, in terms of sentencing, I would ask that our defendant enter and complete an impulse control class. I would ask that the court levy a $500 fine or the equivalent in community service. I would ask that the defendant be ordered to stay out of trouble for the pendency of the case. And I would ask for a 90-day suspended sentence. And that's on as to each count to one concurrent.
Buckle up, guys, judgment time. The judge explains why interference and safety concerns outweighed DeCastro's press claims and find him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Sentencing arguments follow. The state asked for fines, classes, and suspended time. Defense asked for credit or leniency based on sincere belief. Third-person summary. Courtroom decorum, evidence, and safety considerations decisively shaped the outcome.
That's our request.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, I'm asking the court to sentence the defendant to credit for time served for these offenses. Even if the court concludes, and the court did conclude that he didn't have the right to do what he did, I think the court can see that he sincerely believed that he had the right to do so. That's based on his past experiences and the training he's received in reference to the First Amendment. I don't think there was any intent from the defendant to engage in any wrongdoing in this case, Your Honor. And that being the case, especially because of the public policy interests at issue.
So when you say he doesn't wish to engage in any wrongdoing, it seems to me from observing him in the video that he wants this. He wants to get arrested. He wants to get into an altercation with police officers. He welcomes this. This helps his YouTube channel. He called the officers here in my courtroom today pigs. He called and he's nodding his head up and down. So apparently he hates every law enforcement officer in the United States. All right, please stand up, sir. Are you finished with your request for credit for time served?
I would just emphasize, Your Honor, that the defendant testified and he sincerely believes that he is providing a public service when he reviews and films these incidents. I understand the court may have a different view of that, but when we're talking about First Amendment public policy issues such as supervising people involved in government, I think that is something the court can take into consideration, not to have a chilling effect on that. I'll submit on that, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. DeCastro, please stand. I hereby sentence you to 90 days in the Clark County Detention Center on count 1, 90 days in the Clark County Detention Center on count 2, to run consecutive for a total of 180 days in custody. Thank you.
Sentence suspended or?
Oh no, I'm going to start right now.
Can you put two, please? I'm back to the shoulders. This is the travesty of justice. And those people that I don't like police. They put me in jail for half a year. How long have I been in the community? Just get in the car. Yeah, it's in the church. Can I give my keys up? My keys are in the garage. They're inside my, can I read you? No, in the briefcase. Yeah.
I'll get your stuff.
It's a minivan, so I'll put place on it. Get a hold of my assistant, James.
Buckle up, guys. Sentencing and aftermath. The court rejects leniency and imposes jail, consecutive 90-day terms totaling 180 days. The defendant reacts, and the commentator closes the story succinctly. As a final note to viewers from a third-person stance, this sequence shows how performative resistance can become real criminal exposure when it crosses into obstructing law enforcement. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.